Hello, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay. Today, I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by Leo Vader. Leo, we're taking another look. This is like part 2 of our Watch Dogs Legion coverage.
Fans of our Watch Dogs Legion coverage will remember the time you had to steal an organ van to recruit somebody, but you tragically crashed into some kind of a box that made it all explode.
It was a box full of fire, and it was very tightly packed.
Yes. So now you have the chance to do it again, and it seems like it's a coincidence, right? Because now we're recruiting a different person.
Yes, it was the flip a coin and it comes up heads twice in a row, because it really did make me nervous when I was like, all right, I'm going to recruit this different Albion agent. Wait, I got to steal another van? Wait, what? I will say that after spending more time with it, it was just an unlucky coincidence. But also, this one was a way more successful attempt, too, you could see.
You can kind of tell what they want you to do here. And boy, is it good.
I love it. And then it's just like, well, the ambulance went over there. That'll happen. What can you do?
One of those days.
And this made me very nervous, because it's like, warning, get back in vehicle. Warning, I was like, oh, just let me get there. And then this happened. Oh, no. I remembered, England, you gotta get on the other side of the car.
Right.
And then that little scooter was in the way, the Parcel Fox scooter. Use those if you want to do the delivery missions. But then, flawless from here on out.
That's perfect. There was a little, we won't see it, but in this footage there was just a character you walked by who their traits were, they had this personal vehicle that they could call at any time, which was their little scooter, and a special ability that makes all cars on the road veer off at the same time and like clear the way for you, which is such a funny combination. Mm-hmm. That would be a great character to have with the delivery missions.
It's kind of a subtle visual thing that I really like is how the GPS trail that's superimposed over the road, how the turns bank so you can see them coming, so you're able to slow down. See how you can see this right there?
Yeah.
It's raised up there. I don't know. I really like that, because I find that a lot of games that even if they have a GPS thing, I find myself glancing at the mini-map just to make sure there's nothing crazy just out of my line of sight, but makes it a lot easier just to keep your eyes glued to the road.
Yeah, it seems like you do not need the mini-map so much here. And especially sometimes GPSs will just, when they're glued to the road, you won't see a turn until you come right up on it.
Exactly.
Let's talk this whole episode about how smart that is.
I want to talk about why I thought it was a good idea to have the sirens going for way too long, because at the time I'm playing, I'm like, this is great. I love hearing sirens. And then I realized later, like, I'm going to have to talk over this, and the siren is so loud. So,
well, it's
sorry.
smart. They're clearing the people out of the way.
Exactly.
It's super smart.
Yeah.
Dynamic.
There we go. And you can also just smash them. I find myself just, ultimately, because I rammed so many cars. Whoa.
Whoa. The mask thing. Every character has their own specific mask, and you can buy other ones. You can customize your character's outfit.
Yes.
But is there a button to put on the mask, or does that happen automatically when you get in restricted areas?
If there is a button to put it on, I didn't know what it was. Every time it happened, it was happening automatically.
Okay.
It was like when the cover was blown or they're about to do something naughty, on goes the mask.
I also noticed that what was a grapple last year on Y button is now a guard break. Can you not kind of grab people and throw them anymore? What happens when you press Y, I guess?
My experience with combat, as you saw, was the attack button. That was kind of my bread and butter. I didn't get into countering or any of the more high-level stuff.
Yeah.
So I can't speak to that with any authority, unfortunately.
But there are characters who will have extra damage after a dodge.
Yeah.
It seems like a fun way to play, is kind of bait out enemies' attacks and then one hit them after that.
Yeah. So now by doing this person should be recruited, because we got those truck full of organs.
And done. Nice. No one will be skipping the queue anymore. Clan Kelly's clients can wait, just like everyone else.
There you go.
Could always use more people. Interested? Yes.
I think we're gonna show it.
The cutscene?
Yeah, I like this a lot. if yeah, we got to it. So
yes.
you go to the team, and now this Albion person's recruited, and then if you swap to them, there's kind of a nice baton pass.
Just for the first time, right? Just kind of introductory.
Yeah, I believe so.
Welcome to DedSec, darling. We are just thrilled to have you.
Yes, I'm so ready to help out the cause.
Abrel.
I wonder when I will get to the point where I stop thinking about, like, how it's...
Oh my god, what is this thing?
How it's all working?
How it's constructed to have that cutscene work with these two performers who performed the whole game.
Yeah.
Like, the same situations. Like, the character we were just playing as performed pretty much those lines as the character we're playing as now. I wonder when I'll finally, like, get in the groove of it versus, like, being in awe of it working at all.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of that while I was playing, just trying to, like, I had a hard time turning that part of my brain off where you're just like, I want to see how the sausage is made and trying to look for, like, little cracks and just how things were constructed. And it seems like it held up really well.
Plus, those two, this character and the last character, they sound pretty similar to the point where I wonder if it's the same archetype but just voice modulated. And if that's true, then I'm very impressed because they sound like different people. But the fact that they are performing the same accent with the same gender is like... Yeah. Makes me wonder if it's the same performer.
So this is the Tower of London, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I'm taking the scenic route to get inside. I wanted to really stretch this out because...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have been dying for Watch Dogs Legion footage.
Yeah?
And
well, here it is.
I've been refreshing the subreddit, hoping more stuff leaked, and then Jeff Cork says, hey, I played it. Here it is in your lap.
Yep. Now make it good.
Yeah.
So here,
no.
This is it. No. I won't be doing that.
I'll do this.
Yeah, how about a new gameplay today instead?
Yeah. I think it's cool how when you show up to a place like this, if you were to show up to this mission or to a mission on Albion premises, it would have a pop-up that says, hey, you have a character who has uniform access here.
Yes, exactly. That's super helpful because I think a lot of times, especially when you're kind of getting your bearings, you don't know who can do what, and it's probably easier once you have like several dozen people. It's difficult to keep track of what's going. Here, I pause for a second. Oh yeah, I got my little phone. I can open doors. That's how this works.
Right. That's kind of your thing.
That's kind of my thing. I want to get one of the police guys with the cool hats.
I mean, I wonder how much of my recruitment strategy will be based on how cool they look only. We saw on the wheel there that you can toggle whether when you do a takedown, you're arresting the person. Yeah,
because she's got handcuffs, so you can put those on. And also with this character, you can, like her and the construction worker and like police officers, you can choose to wear their uniform or just their regular street clothes too. So
right.
If you get into role playing at all with this kind of stuff, they are indulging some of that stuff, which is pretty neat.
That is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, collectible. Or resource, rather.
Some tech points. 10 tech points. This is my strategy guide in part. For 10 tech points, pick up that collectible.
For an easy 10 tech points.
An easy 10 tech points.
Yeah. Did they give you any... you said we're in the middle of the game as far as progression?
Yes.
I mean, did they say that they're hiding other things?
There was one gadget that we didn't see. It was just grayed out. I don't know what it was, honestly. What I like here, too, is like they get suspicious, but then you can distract them very easily, so it's not like an instant guns drawn.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? So it's
break line of sight.
It's pretty fuzzy edges, which, like this guy. Oh God.
Resisting arrest.
Resisting arrest.
Yeah, it goes real well here. You can see. That's worthy of at least an exclamation point on that guy by the gate, which he did the right thing.
No. Another classic disagreement.
Yep.
I'm excited for more of a focus on hand-to-hand. You rarely get shot at when you're just doing hand-to-hand.
Lucky, mate.
A lot of honorable combatants here.
If I were to pull out my gun, they would start shooting at me too.
Right.
They kind of... That was a little sneaky pro tip. Use the door to avoid combat. All right, we've jumped ahead again. It all kind of blurs together. There's so much stuff that I did. But I'm infiltrating a place.
Again, so much more of a focus on the social stealth than I thought. But I mean, obviously you don't have to do that. You could come in here as anyone and do a regular sneak type event. But it seems so useful and so fun. That's the kind of crap I like. Especially when you need to take out just one person, having that shroud ability. It seems
that
very
shroud ability
doable.
is so good, yeah.
And that's another thing that's changed is the shroud ability and the spider drone. Those used to be class specific, but it seems like the class system is totally gone.
Yeah, it seems like spider drones, those are like, again, those are just the gadgets for your DedSec, and anybody can use them.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And you could switch to any other gadget right now?
I believe I could, yes.
Interesting. One
Yeah,
of
this
those
is
big
one of those,
backpacks.
Yeah. I think once you're in combat, you're or maybe if I'm in like a restricted area, maybe I can't do that. Kind of the same way you can't do things when you're like in active combat. You can't switch characters.
Right. Yeah, it seems to be going for player convenience. At least just having the ability to switch in and out of your outfit.
Yeah.
In a second, it just fades to black and fades back.
And I don't think we show it really, but the mini-map, there are lots of like underground stations for fast travel that you discover, and they're generously placed. So I took advantage of those when I was going between missions fairly regularly. For the purposes of the demo, I think they had most of them unlocked, but they're spaced nicely to where if you just want to get to where you need to get, there's usually one fairly close by.
And you can just switch to another operative you have that happens to be closer to the objective, right? Like they'll be out there doing their own thing.
I think they kind of fudge it a little bit. I believe that when you have someone like your teammates, they kind of spawn relatively close to where you are when you switch characters. So they don't want to. You're like, okay, I'm in Paddington Station and I got a mission right here, so I'll switch to my DJ character. Oh wow, I'm across London. Now I've got to do that. I think they kind of warp whatever character you select close by.
Okay. Yeah. I'm all right with that.
Yeah. I think that if you were to do it the way that you're thinking that it should be done, you would hate it the second time you did it.
Yeah, you may be right.
Who knows?
Maybe I really have infinite patience.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do.
It seems like the hacking is very similar to Watch Dogs 2. All the hack options I've seen.
Yeah, you can't just like steal money from people like you could in Watch Dogs 2. You know, some characters had like a blue dollar sign, and you get a bunch of money if you hack them. I didn't see that, and also, I don't believe that the ability to call gang members or the police is in Watch Dogs Legion. I know that was like, if you like messing around with AI, that's one of my favorite things to do in Watch Dogs 2 is to like just find a random person and like call a gangland style
ruin their life
on them.
Yeah,
and it's probably something that has not aged particularly well this politically climate that we're in, but yeah, that element is not appear to be in. So you can't like tell call a biker gang on this guard and say, this guy's an informant.
Yeah.
So that turret there made me very nervous.
It's
so
scary.
I don't even know if the turrets are operational in this game. They could just be there for show. I went out of my way to avoid finding out.
I like how you're censored on the cameras. I am very curious if you arrest somebody, because I've seen the player character arrest somebody, and then when you look at the person in their profiler, it says they're waiting to be moved to prison.
Yeah.
And I really want to just arrest somebody on the street and sit there and wait and see if they come and get picked up. Because as far as we know, all the systems work. Like, somebody getting sent to the hospital, you can go to that hospital and euthanize them or accelerate their treatment.
Yeah. Right.
I really want to see if all the systems come together.
This was like a cool surprise. I'm in this aviation facility, and then it gives you this loading screen after doing the root kit.
What's this?
There we go. Now we're in the cockpit of a plane that's transporting some prisoners.
Yeah, I think moments like this have been underrated in this series. Like surprising little snapshots of completely different locations that you get from hacking. Watch Dogs 2 has some really jaw-dropping ones, let's say. Watch Dogs 2, great game.
It really is. Yeah.
And it's free at Ubisoft Forward or something? We're recording this in advance, but that's what I've heard. So I hope that's true. I hope everyone has it for free now.
Luckily, you can reroute the plane.
Great idea, Bag.
One thing that we did not get into, and I'm really excited to learn more about, is the multiplayer component, because I know in Watch Dogs 2, other players would kind of go into your world and you could hack stuff from them or like engage them if you wanted to. And they have not gone into multiplayer here at all with Legion. I really want to know more.
Yeah, we know that there will be co-op, 4-player co-op. And I read on the website the other day that they will have a bunch of side activities, including freestyle football. So that'll be fun to play with friends. But yeah, the invasions were really interesting. Watch Dogs 2, somebody would invade your game there to kill you, and you kill them, and that's the end of the encounter, and you never see them again. And I thought that was such like a clever way to have it feel like you actually killed that other player.
Yeah,
even though they just
done
respawn
here.
like normal. Yeah, and in Watch Dogs 1 as well, the invasion was like kind of the most unique thing about it in some ways.
Any disorderly conduct will be investigated and penalized if necessary.
What was your favorite part of playing?
Man, I really, like I said, I really enjoy just driving, like hijacking cars and creating mayhem with that. That's like just standing on a corner and there's like heavy traffic and just creating problems for everyone. I don't know why. I really enjoy that.
And did you see anybody with skills that were like super car hacker? Can make cars jump or anything?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw one with that who has a car that can get nitro boosted. Interesting stuff like that. But yeah, I will have the profiler out every second I'm playing this game and just scan everybody. Because I love that there are characters who are just straight up more useful than other characters.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You're looking around for kind of the rarer drops, as it were,
Yeah.
of like the super hacker or whatever that has unlimited hacking range, like you said. And I'm excited for just another big, beautiful Ubisoft open world.
Jeez.
Especially a city is always more exciting to me than a big open country or whatever.
I am genuinely curious to see how long it takes players to get used to driving on the other side of the road.
Oh my
People
god.
that are from North America. It still felt very strange to me.
That's why I need to use the auto drive.
Yep.
It's the only way I'll remember. Sneaky.
What am I trying to do here? Oh, I think I remember how this one ends. It's very cool.
Oh, well, I don't think we'll have time to show it.
Oh, well,
Can you describe
trust me,
it real
folks.
quick?
Yeah, basically here I have to sabotage something, and I just hit it a bunch or shoot it a bunch of times, and it blows up, and then I steal one of those big, like APC style trucks, and the screen is almost all red because I'm almost about to die, but barely make it out there. It felt real good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. They call this like a physical hack, which is just breaking something, really. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a. You're not a hacker when you you smash something.
That's all the time we have, Cork.
Ah, shoot. Well, trust me, it was very neat.
It sounds cool. It was great doing new gameplay today with you all these years.
It was great. I couldn't have done it without you, Leo, literally. And it was an absolute pleasure working with you, and I'm sorry that this is the last video we'll do together for a while.
Honestly, great one to go out on. This is my most hyped game in a long, long time.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Thank you for watching New Gameplay today. It's our pleasure to bring you fun, unscripted looks at the game releases of the week and beyond. Subscribe on YouTube to get them delivered to your feed at no cost. New Gameplay today. It's for casual friends.